Are we live?
Hey.
Hey, we're live. Smash cut. Started the tournament. We are going to close the bets after the first game.
Yeah, that's how we normally do it.
That is Tabletop Royale tradition.
Yeah. So give everyone who might be watching a chance.
It's a great chance for us to become famous.
To ban this person.
Okay. My only regret is that is being done by a bot and not a human.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, so they can't hear me trash talk them. It's just a dumb machine. It's just a dumb machine just going to channels and putting that in there, right? It's unfortunate that there's not a person behind that that I can insult.
There is ultimately, I guess, somewhere in the ether.
Right. It's not like somebody making like 15 cents an hour, like cut and pasting that into various Twitch channels, right? That's the person I want to insult, but they don't exist.
If you haven't filled out a bracket yet, do it. Right now. You got time. We'll give you till the end of the first game.
You got to the end of the first game. Which could be quick.
It could be quick. Exclamation mark standings in chat. Exclamation mark bracket. We'll get you the link. Art Boy posted it a little further up, but if you just joined, get it in. I think there was like 39 last I checked. In 3 minutes, feel good about it? Well, honestly, you got just as much of a chance.
Yeah.
Historically speaking.
Yeah.
Based on how past brackets have gone. Unpredictable.
Yep.
Can't predict them. Except some people predict, pretty well.
They do pretty good.
That was totally thought out and not randomly. Good. You got, like I said, doesn't matter.
Honestly, it's more impressive when people get the brackets so totally wrong.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think that's more impressive.
When you just manage to pick everything wrong.
Yeah,
that's A+.
That is just that is like clapworthy typically. Now, to be fair, if you get everything wrong in the first round, then nothing else in the tournament. You can't possibly get anything right after that, right? So,
our first matchup. Smithwick of Strathrock Laboratory versus Evadne Kestrel Armada.
Who's on? I'm on Smithwick.
I'm on Evadne first.
Okay.
Now, reminder, this is a best... These are all best 2 out of 3 games now, and we will be trading decks after the first game.
Yep, so one of us could lose 3 games in a row.
It almost definitely will happen during this.
Okay, what am I playing around?
Did not put Mervigig. I didn't check to see how many... Mervigig choices there were. I could easily see Mervigig dropping to some bad matchup.
I think the Keyforge deck's got a really good chance.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 Keyforge decks, but I think they both probably still have like a pretty good chance.
Yeah, I think so. This is a Z-Force deck.
Well, the Z-Force decks are like highly allergic to unfathomable decks, right?
Oh yeah. They're just gonna get folded one at a time. Z-Force Agent's gonna be trucking along, and it's gonna get put on top of the deck, and it's gonna be very sad.
This deck has a decent amount of board room.
At this point, we've played these decks 6 times, and I don't remember anything about this deck.
Yeah, I think that's like a slight failure on this set's part, is that decks feel like they don't have as much of an identity as previous sets.
And I don't know how you make them have an identity. I did do a house calculation. I can't remember if what it looked like.
I mean, there's
it's obviously the most logos.
3 Star Alliance. 3 logos tonight. Yeah. Smattering of the other houses. No unfathomable in this batch. So
I think as expected, Saurian and this is unfathomable.
Is it because Wimpy is the deck with the 1 expected amber, right?
Yeah, it's got 1 printed amber.
1 printed amber in the deck.
Yeah. Which is really funny. I think it was 5 and 1.
Its amber control's like insane though, right?
Yeah. Amber, I think I did a lot of amber and creature control. 3. You first. I'm looking. It's 5-1. Creatures are super slow, doesn't do much. Versus faster high print ember on paper.
I will mulligan this hand. I don't know. It was a 3-2-2. There's always an awkward first hand, right? I think those are salvageable because you can play one of the two.
Yeah, and then you have like
and then
a
you
3.
can play 3, but I think you can try for better.
We did want to mention we want to have another fight night before Gen Con.
Yeah, we're currently planning another fight night for Gen Con. We're working through the thought process for that right now. So we should have more to announce soon on that.
Five. But we will need a challenger redemption for that to happen. A couple decks that if we wanted to sell, would love to talk. Us? We haven't sold anything before.
I have sold.
Oh, you sold the one, right?
I have sold 2 decks, both named after people. There was Dunk, the Unnerving, that I sold to Dunkaro, and then not Bearded Archer, but Bearded Archer's brother.
Thanks, our boy, for that tier 1. Also, Mr. Durkin subscribed earlier. Thank you very much.
I am gonna play Red Hand Registry. I'll tell you to go ahead. Draw. Yeah, I've typically sold decks that had people's names in them.
Alright, I'll play Calp and I'll discard Maelstrom. Your turn.
I will play Logos. I'll play Hydro Cataloger. I'm gonna play Old Egad. I'll play Information Exchange, and it's your turn. Because I'm allowed to play it, and for no other reason.
I'll say Unfathomable. I will Wrath of Ruin to destroy Old Egad, Reap with Calp, and I'll play Portal to raise the tide. I did buy
archive.
Oh yeah, I did buy a box or 4 boxes of Worlds Collide from Boulevard Blake. Was it? Yes. On Twitter, posted that they got like tons and tons of boxes. So, or just for a personal order. But I did add them to our account if you want to check out like new Worlds Collide decks that may potentially have a chance against Light Tasker. Now, having gone through all of them, I'm not sure if that's a thing, but there's a lot more there.
I am going to say Star Alliance. I'm going to Techno Babble the Calp, then I'm going to discard Lie of the Archons later. And it's your turn. I'll draw 3.
I'll play Logos. I'll play Anomaly Exploiter, Academy Training. I'll Reap and Unstun. I'll play Hydro Cataloger. I'll play Tall Mage for 4. 9 boxes of Mastication for 37 is pretty good. Pretty good. I didn't want to buy the Mastication just because they're French language. And I didn't want to. I don't like dealing with non-English cards. But that's a great price for Mastication for sure.
I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Shoulder Armor on Tall Mage. You may want to put that in a place that you don't.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll play Light Everlasting. And it's your turn. I'll draw 2.
Say Logos. I'll Reap. I'll play a Tall Mage. Your turn.
I am going to say Star Alliance. I'm going to play Z-Force Agent, and I'm going to play Officer's Blaster, and then I'm going to discard an Officer's Blaster. It's your turn. I'll draw. Say check with 6.
I'll say Shadows. Play Kerwallop and capture 1. I guess I want to play this Tall Mage over here. Obviously. I forgot about the shoulder armor.
Oh, sure.
I will play a Sea Urchin, Steel. Play, pick up the archive. Play Francis and Gas Pipes and play Little Niff. Your turn. Check with 6.
Okay, you can't forward because of Red Hand Registry. Oh, yeah. I am going to say Logos. I'm going to play Novu Archaeologist, and then I'm going to play Mind Bullets.
For 2?
Yeah. And then I'm going to Information Exchange. It is your turn. I will say check with 6. I will. So I have had that Mind Bullets in my hand. The turn after I took the Logos turn.
But nothing to play with.
And I could not find a non-Logos action. A non-Logos. Sorry, I couldn't find a Logos non-action. Right. I needed anything other than an action so that I could kill that Calp. So I've been having to take all these awkward turns.
Say Logos. I will play Phase Shift. I will play Information Exchange and Seal 2.
Yeah.
And not Forge. The Phase Shift will let me play Ring of Invisibility. I will exploit the Z-Force agent. Mage will fight then.
You want to do that in the other order?
Does it matter? I'm giant, right? So then I'll reap with this one. Your turn.
I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Staunch Knight and Larry the Lake and Light Everlasting for nothing. And I will discard Grand Melee. And it's your turn. I'll draw 4. Go ahead.
Say Unfathomable. I'll discard Maelstrom. Play Reclusel's Chant. And I'll call the Void the Staunch Knight. Your turn.
Your creatures are exhausted. They're ready now.
Yeah.
I am going to say I'm going to say Star Alliance. Let's say Logos. I guess I'm going to say Logos. I'll play Captain Creasage. I'll play Data Forge. I'll play Theory, Conjecture, and Archive the top 2. And it's your turn. I will draw 3.
Forge. The Shadows. Play Trickle Down Theory. Monty the Bank and draw a card. My Willa. I'll fight the Larry of the Lake. Francis. Just reap. I'll say check with 6.
I am going to say Star Alliance. I'll put my archives into my hand. I am going to play a Kirker. I'll play a Gunk and choose Creasage to be Star Alliance. I am going to Techno Babble right there. I'll play Sabotage Mission, so your keys cost +3. And then Captain Creasage will reap. And it is your turn. All to say Chuck with 7.
Say Unfathomable. I'll use the trickle down. I'll play Netcaster, Photic Raider, and capture 2. Play Wrath of Ruin to return those 2 to your hand. And that's it.
I am going to say Logos. I'm going to play Anomaly Exploiter. Final Analysis so that I can lose the game on the following turn.
I'll 7.
Yeah, I'll draw 1. I'll play Binary Moray. I'll play Captain Creasage. I'm going to take the Tide. So I'll archive 2 for the Hydra catalogers. And then that readies the Moray. And I'm going to reap with the Moray. Archive 1. Archive 1 from my hand. This goes to my... so check with 9. It's your turn.
Okay. Draw 3 more.
This is one of those games that feels like if the draw order were different, I wouldn't be losing this hard. But I don't know how I win this game at this point. And I have already envisioned the scenario that I lose the next game with.
Okay. Say Logos. Use the theory. Play Mecha Buoy. Draw.
I don't actually think this deck has any way to take the Tide, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this deck has 0 ways to take the Tide. Awful.
I'll play Phase Shift. Or a mug on the captain. I will think twice the mug on the Moray. All Mind Bullets. Or I think it's 5 now. Play Old Egad. Play Infomorph. And I take 3 chains. Archive 2.
Okay, I am going to say Logos. I'll put my archives into my hand. I am going to play Badge Magus. I am going to Hammergram to Infomorph. I'm going to Shifting Battlefield twice onto the Badge Magus. Cleansing Wave. Okay, that's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 2.
I'll say Unfathomable Archive.
You get a...
I get 1 for a Mecha. I will discard Maelstrom. Play All the Void on Badge Magus. Play Bubbles on Badge Magus. Photic Raider.
Okay.
Master. And I'll discard this.
We're done.
Okay. Alright.
I don't know that I lost the game to Kelp, but the Kelp didn't help. The Smithwick has the problem that we identified very early on, is that it just doesn't have enough creatures.
Yeah.
Because I had 1 creature in my first like 15 cards. And that deck has creature control in it, right? So I have all these. I had how many Star Alliance attachments did I discard? It was like 3. So
we did mention that Z-Force agents are going to lose to unfathomable decks.
Yeah,
so.
I don't.
Okay,
I'm not. Yeah.
Game 2. And I'm going to close the bets out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
close
the predictions. I didn't actually start a bet. I should do that this time. All right, predictions. Unless someone says anything right now. We have 40 predictions exactly. I'm going to click the start the tournament button.
And begin.
The tournament is officially started. There are no takes backsies. So for 40 decks, or 40 participants, we will give away 4 decks to the top 2. So 3 to the first, 1 to second, maybe? Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't score it yet. All right.
Or 2, 1, and 1, something along
those lines. Like that, yeah. All right. Who will win? No takebacks. All right, here's an actual bet. The Gauntlet sure was fun. We got to play decks and Dark Tidings. It was great.
Yeah. I was gonna say that game was like, you played the Calp because I think that deck has a very small window in which to establish like a pretty powerful creature, or establish like a pretty powerful board. Before I think this deck has inevitability.
It's got so much answers to it.
Well, the Amber control in that deck is very weak.
Yeah.
So, even I don't think the Red Head Registry actually does enough.
Yeah, it just delays it a little bit.
Yeah.
Do we roll yet?
No.
12. Okay. I'm looking. This the first round of the tournament is basically like all the 4-2s just duking it out,
trying to claw their way in.
There's 1 or 2 5-1s in there, but it's mostly the 4-2s.
I think one of those is tonight.
Yeah, one of them is tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Playing on legs.
I am going to play Hydra Cataloger. Tall Mage. Your turn. I will draw 2.
This is all Grand Melee. Play Larry, Lake, and Snatch Knight. Your turn.
This is an example of like the draw order mattering because now you can bring these guys back to life.
Yep.
I drew the Light Everlastings before I drew a single Sanctum creature.
This is
right?
This is like only 3 Sanctum creatures, right?
Yeah. So it's like it's not statistically improbable that you draw the Light Everlastings before you see a Sanctum creature because there's only 3 Sanctum creatures, right?
Right.
So I'm not like talking about this because I'm mad about that fact. I'm just saying like that is something that happened in the previous game, so that this game is like completely different because of the draw order there, but like radically different, right? Because you can bring creatures back, whereas I didn't have that option. All right, I am going to say Unfathomable. I'm going to play Portal to raise the tide, and I'll get to archive a card with Hydra Cataloger. I am going to play Recusals Chant. I will play Wrath or Ruin. I think because they're the same house, I don't think I bounce them. I think I just kill the Staunch Knight. And then I'll play a Photic Raider. And it is your turn. I will draw 4.
Okay, I'll say Starlance. I'll play Burkar, Nagung, taking that Starlance. Doesn't matter. Play Officer's Blaster on Nagung. Play Sabotage Mission.
No, point of interest, Sabotage Mission is best used if that deck gets a Red Hand Registry off, right?
Oh, right, because you get tags set up.
Yeah, so you can't forge, like if you actually use the Red Hand Registry, you stop a key. And this is the best Amber control in the deck, in theory, like maximum amount that you could control Amber. So this is like kind of a green light for me to just generate Amber willy-nilly. Like I don't even have to think about my Amber total. I just generate as much as I can. I am gonna say Logos. I'll play Anomaly. I'll put my archives in my hand. Play Anomaly Exploiter. I will play Information Exchange and steal 1. I will now have we talked about Think Twice and Portal? Does Portal go to the archive?
I think we put it in the archive before.
I think that's what happened with it, correct? Does chat
it says play the action and then purge it?
Yeah.
Right?
If the tide is high, archive.
And it says purge it from the discard pile.
Yeah.
So I think you archive it.
Play an action card from your discard pile, then purge it.
Right.
And since it goes into my archive, it's now in an out-of-play zone. Right. Does anybody remember? Because I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to Think Twice Portal.
I think it's just cute enough to go to your archive.
I believe it, since it's an out-of-play zone, it can no longer be like...
I think it tries to purge it from your discard pile. It's not in your discard pile
right.
Purge, so...
It doesn't see it there.
If it said purge an action, then play it, that's different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Information Exchange, Think Twice, Portal. Old EGAD, his capture number is not going to matter because I'm going to mine bullets for 5, so everybody will die simultaneously. Now, because I think Kirker would go to 7 power, but he's marked for destruction, right?
That guy doesn't die, though. Raider.
Oh yeah, you're right, because he's 6.
And he's 5 damage on ward.
Yeah. Even. So I'm sorry, that play was even more brilliant than I realized. And he's still alive. Okay, and your turn. I will draw 4.
Lazy Force on Blaster. Your turn.
I will play Mecha Buoy, who's enhanced with a card draw. And a Tall Mage. At 2. And it is your turn. I'll say check with 6, and I will draw.
Say Sanctum. Play Badge Magus. Play Red Hand Registry. Play Light Everlasting. Launch Knight. I will put a shoulder armor on the Z-Force agent. I'll Hammergram the Tall Mage. I'll Shifting Battlefield the Staunch Knight. And I'll activate Epic Quest. Your turn. Back with 6.
Alright, I am going to say Shadow. So start of the turn on Mecha Buoy.
Yep.
And a Forge.
Yep. That was not worth taking the chance to stop that. Absolutely not.
Alright, Shadow's Mecha Buoy. I am going to Z-Force is huge. I am going to stir up some trouble between the Staunch Knight and Badge Magus. I will play this trickle down theory. I'll play Monty Bank and draw a card. I am going to mug the Staunch Knight. I will play Francis the Economist. And it is your turn. We'll draw 4.
Say Starlance. Play a Z Particle Tracker. D-Force Agent. I'll fight Moneybank. 4 fight, deal 3 to the neighbors. Fight effects. I will gain 1 for each upgrade on Z-Force Agent. 3. And then I'll use the Z Particle Tracker to search my deck for an upgrade. I don't think that deck's killing him with damage, so try to get the Z-Wave emitter going. Play Z-Wave emitter. Techno Babble will just stun the Raider. And that's my turn.
Okay. I'll generate an Amber off a Mecha Buoy. I am gonna put my archives in my hand and say Unfathomable for the turn. I am going to play Portal. I am going to trickle down.
Decks get all kinds of free Amber.
I am going to Bubbles the Staunch Knight. Wrath or Ruin to destroy the Z-Force. Discard Maelstrom. I'll play Guiltspine and Calp. And I'll unstun Dark Raider. And it is your turn. I will draw 5.
Do Forge?
Yep.
Say Logos. I will play Hydro Cataloger, Mind Bullets.
Yeah, I hadn't seen the Mind Bullets, so I thought there was a pretty good chance that you could Mind Bullets the Calp there.
I'll exploit the bubbles.
Okay.
Play Egad. Play Moray. Discard Final Analysis. Now it might be worth taking the chains. 2 hydro. Yeah, I'll take 3 chains.
Okay.
And I'll raise the tide. That which will ready the Moray. It'll reap. Archive this card and also the top 2 cards from the Hydro Catalogers. Then I shall draw 5.
Okay, my turn.
Yep.
I am going to say Unfathomable. I'm going to put my archives into my hand. I will play Portal to raise the tide. Get to archive 2. It'll tap the Moray. I am going to follow the Void Moray.
Goodbye.
And then Photic Raider will just reap, I think. And it is your turn. I will say check with 8 and I will draw. I cannot believe the number of texts.
I'll say
cannot believe the number of texts that are coming into.
Raider is
it would have died.
Would have died last turn. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Would have died when the tide went down.
Mm-hmm.
The Raider had become a permanent fixture on the table.
I'll say Logos. I'll play Captain, Data Forge, Information Exchange, Reap. I am done.
Okay, so I will get 1 for the Mecha Buoy and Forge. I am going to say Shadows. I am going to play Sea Urchin and steal 1. Can't forge next turn. I'll play Gas Pipes I'll put Ring of Invisibility on gas pipes. I will play SoundCloud rapper Little Niff. And it is your turn. I will draw these 4. Go ahead.
I'll say Logos. Play Information Exchange. 2. Play Archaeologist. I can't let Little Niff live. I'll fight Little Niff. I'll theory or conjecture the top 2. And done. Shuffle, draw 3.
Get 1. I am going to say Shadows. I am going to say Shadows. Reap with Sea Urchin. I will have gas pipes fight Novu Archaeologist. I will play Kerwallop, capture 1 onto Post Malone there. And I get 2 amber for creatures dying. Then I will play Francis and One-Eyed Willa. And it is your turn. I will say check with 6.
And Mechabooey. Sneaky checks.
Yeah.
Sneaky double check. Alright, I'll say let's Sanctum. I'll pick up the archive.
We'll draw 3.
I'll play the 2 Light Everlastings.
Sounds about right.
I'll play Staunch Knight.
You did reshuffle.
I did reshuffle.
Interestingly enough, so that way the point that I made earlier was not quite accurate.
Cleansing Wave for 2. I'll Shifting Battlefield. I'll put this here. And then I'll Shifting Battlefield to Oligad. And I think I'll take 3 chains for the Tide.
You have how much here? You have 9. Don't think I can stop 9. I cannot stop 9. Because I can steal 2 with Shadows. I have here. It was the one fight that you got with the stupid
Yep.
Z-Force. I was like scrambling to find an answer for it because I knew if I did not kill it, you were. And it could have been worse, right? Like there could have been a situation where you just slapped like 5 attachments.
Like if that ward sticks, that's bad.
No, it's not even the ward, right? Because I had.
Oh, you mean if I just like dumped all those?
Yeah. Because you could have had like all of the attachments there.
Yeah.
It was like a very real possibility. I was wondering when I was going to see these sanctum things. I guess you just hit them all together in the archive.
There were like 3 in the archive.
Yeah. This. So, do I have a big amber answer in here? Photic doesn't do it. Shadows. Can't quite do it. So I've got this academy training that I could put on one of the shadows, and I have a phase shift. The problem is that there's no amber answers in my hand, so I can't both. I can like draw something, but I don't think I have enough amber. Like whatever this card is not going to be able to answer. Yeah. So yeah, you got it.
Okay.
I'm slightly less mad at losing that game because I felt like we actually played a game.
Yeah.
There was some counterplay back and forth. But I feel like this is my point about like draw order in this set, right? Like there wasn't, no matter what happened, you were going to get to Cleansing Wave. So I was trying, like, I hadn't seen the Cleansing Wave, and I knew I could get some amber from my Kerwallop. I couldn't remember if you had played 1 or 2 of the Shifting Battlefield.
I think I had 1 in the archive and drew back into another one, maybe.
Okay.
I think I played 1 of them. Yeah.
The thing was, I knew I was going to have to get, like, I was going to have to generate more amber than 6. Mm-hmm. 6 was not going to cut it. The Hydra Cataloger wasn't, I mean, the Mecha Buoy wasn't, because the end of that game was going to be 7. So I'm going first. The end of that game was going to have to be me having like a ton of amber. So
yeah, bets. Value bets win. New bet. Now you know it can go either way. Where's the value at? Smashing everything.
Yeah.
Jeez. That pile.
This pile has been like that since some fight night.
Somehow we haven't smashed the table.
Well, we haven't smashed the table enough.
Yeah. That 10 points. That's a good return on investment.
Have not smashed the table enough.
You're first?
Yes, I won the roll.
I'm mulligan.
I don't think there's a hand this deck wants to keep.
That's probably true.
Like, ever.
It just wants to see a pile of cards at once.
Yeah, it's like
Sanctum Creatures early, I guess, to stand with the other point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Play Unfath. I'll play Wrath of Ruin to destroy. I'll call the Void. Play Guiltspine. Your turn.
I'm gonna say Star Alliance. I'm gonna Techno Babble to Guiltspine. Play Diplomatic Gung. He will choose himself. Play Z-Ray Blaster. And it is your turn.
Unfathomable. I will, once done, Bubbles the Diplomat and play Calp. Your turn.
I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Red Hand Registry. I will play Badge Magus. I'll play Shifting Battlefield. She'll capture 1. And I'll discard Shifting Battlefield. And
I'll say Shadows. I will put Ring of Invisibility on Calp. I will mug Badge Magus. Gas Pipes and Francis. Your turn.
I am going to say Logos. I'll play Hydra Cataloger. Discard Oligad. I'll play Binary Moray. I am I take the 3 chains. I net a card. Go to archive 2. Actually, I net more than that. I would be drawing 3. No, I draw 3. Actually, so I net 2 cards. It'd be no, it's net 1. I'll net 1. I'll take 3 chains to raise the tide. Ready the Binary Moray. I'll reap with the Binary Moray. I'll archive for the Hydra Cataloger. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain. I'll say check with 6.
Say Logos. I'll play Anomaly Exploiter. Information Exchange. Infomorph. Think twice. The Wrath of Ruin. Return those to your hand. And play Talmage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your turn.
I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to discard Badge Magus so that I can light Everlasting Badge Magus. So that I can... It says play. Oh my god, it doesn't work with Calp. I'll discard... I'll play Light Everlasting. I'll discard Badge Magus. I'll play Staunch... Actually, I need this Badge Magus. Discard Staunch Knife. Put Shoulder Armor on Badge Magus. Your turn. I'll draw 2. Go ahead.
Say Unfathomable. Play Portal to get the tide. Archive 1. I'll reap and exhaust. I'll reap and reap.
My turn?
Yeah.
I will forge. I'll put my archives into my... Yeah. I'll leave this here. I'm going to say Sanctum. Sorry, Logos. I'll play Binary Moray. And I'll play Mind Bullets for 2. This is gonna change still. I will... I'll take 3 chains to raise the tide. Ready Binary Moray.
Then archive 1.
Yes, with a Hydra Cataloger. Okay, I will... reap with the Binary Moray. Archive 1. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 3.
Say
Keyforge.
Forge. Logos. Play Mecha Buoy. I'll say Logos pick the archive. Play Mecha Buoy. Hydro Catalogger.
Did you say Logos in the previous turn? I don't think so. He said Unfathomable, I think.
No, I haven't info exchanged in a while.
Yeah, it was a while back.
Yeah.
I think he was safe.
Yeah. Maybe I don't play it. I don't pick the archive. I will fight the Moray. Fight the Badge Magus. Take 6. I'm gonna phase shift. Wallop. Capture 1 in bubbles. Gain 2. That also dies. So I gain 3. And
okay.
So you get 1 for the buoy.
Okay. I am going to put my archives in my hand and say Star Alliance. I am going to play Z-Force Young. Give a Gonga Blaster. Z-Force will pick up his gear. And it is your turn. I'll drop a chain.
Forge. Say Unfathomable. I'm gonna destroy the Z-Force with Wrath or Ruin. Play Photic Raider. Capture 2. I'll play Hookmaster. Bubbles will. I'm gonna fight a gun. And your turn.
You get 1 for the Mecha Buoy.
Yeah.
I will say Sanctum. I'll play Larry the Lake. I'll play Light Everlasting. Bring back. This is playing with Larry the Lake. Even wise with the Hookmaster on the table. I think it isn't. I'm going to discard Hookmaster. I'll bring back Light the Everlasting Staunch Knight. Discard Grand Melee. It's your turn. I drop a chain and draw 3.
Yeah, I'll say Shadows. I'll pick up the archive. I'll play Trickle Down Theory. Take the Tide. Archive 2. I will play Monty Bank and draw. Yeah. Sea Urchin and Steel. Play Francis. Play Francis when I will discard Start Trouble. Play a little. Okay, your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Logos. I'm going to take 3 chains to take the Tide. I'll archive 2. I'll play Final Analysis. Draw 1.
7.
No information exchange.
Draw 1 for the turn and then 7. Alright.
I'll data forge. I don't think I forge here. Plus 10, so no, I don't.
13.
Yeah. Play Non-Exploiter. Your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 3. So check with 10. deck does not have enough creatures.
What if I told you that final analysis was awful for me?
I wouldn't believe you. I would call you a liar in front of all of these people.
What if I told you? I'll say the unfathomable. I'll use the trickle down. I'll play Recusals Chant. Play Guilt Spine. Discard 2 Maelstroms. I will take 3 chains. And archive 2. Your turn.
Okay, so I will forge. I will say Star Alliance. I will take 3 chains to raise the tide.
We're gonna do this forever. Oh my god.
I'll play Officer's Blaster, Fly the Archon's Sabotage Mission. And I will drop a chain, draw, shuffle, draw 2 more. Say check with 7.
Okay, we'll say Logos, Paper Archive. I will Academy Training the Netcaster. Reap with a Netcaster. Draw a card. Use Trickle Down. Play Old Egad. Capture. Play Phase Shift. For Kerwallop. Capture. I'll slow it up. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You know, I'll spread it. I will play Infomorph. Discard Mind Bullets. Talmage, Talmage. Those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6, 7. Then take 3 chains. Archive 2. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Sanctum. I will take 3 chains.
This is like better than, it's like drawing 2 cards a turn now for us. That's just how it is.
Yeah. I am gonna Hammergram the Netcaster. Oh, he's got armor.
He does have armor.
And he's House Logos.
Yeah.
Hammergram Old Egad.
Okay.
I'll discard Grand Melee. Can I say Sanctum in that case? This is, let's see. Say Logos instead. Rewind all that. These are not in there yet. gonna shuffle those in since I've seen them.
Okay.
Because I have theory conjecture, and I may have to play the top.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say Logos. I'll put my archives into my hand. It's because this dude has armor. I can't actually kill him. I can't do the damage that I need because I have cleansing wave. So I like need to cleansing wave there. But I still have to take the. Do I play before? I think I will theory conjecture and play the top card before I take the chains. Techno Babble. Great. I'll stun right there.
Wait.
The Hydra before the chains.
What? No, he hasn't. He just hasn't done it yet.
Yeah. Then I Hydro.
Yeah, he's doing it now.
Yeah, and then I Hydro. Archive 2. So I've played 2. I will information exchange and steal 1. I was hoping this was in the archives. I was hoping to wait for a situation in which I can force you to steal when we're both above the thing, so that you have to skip your forged. I am going to mine bullets for 4. Then I'll play Novu Archaeologist, and I will Anom Exploit Caster. And it is your turn. I will say check with 8, and I do not drop a chain because I am at 5 cards currently.
Is it?
The game was close.
Yep. This
so when you didn't immediately win the game off the final analysis,
it was really bad. It was really bad.
When you didn't immediately win the game off the final analysis, I was like, "Oh snap! Do I have a chance?" Because I was really like, I'm playing this final analysis knowing it's basically a concession. Because you were drawing 7, right? And I was like, he's going to completely trash.
So I didn't have anything to develop a board with. It was like
it looked like all creature removal.
It was like 5/5/3. It was a lot of creature removal. So it was 5/5/4.
Yeah. It created the space I needed, right? Because you had an unfathomable turn, which was dog shit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh. So the next turn, I can probably, because I was like, oh, if I get to the point where I can just threaten a bunch of times, you're going to be like scrambling to find answers for it. Because a lot of your creature answers were dead. They just straight up died.
Evadne is the first one eliminated.
All right, Smithwick somehow
came back. Oh, down a game.
Yeah.
To win. All odds were looking against it. Making a run for it. Good for it. Okay.
Next up, Mervagig.
Second match of the night is not Mervagig.
Well, I was gonna say
for the next round. Yeah. Well,
Mervagig versus Smithwick.
Well, see how that goes.
Smithwick can generate a lot of ambers.
That's what I think what brought it. The amount of amber pips in that deck is way above most other decks in the tournament.
The Sanctum, I think, is pretty good at generating.
Oh, I did not. I forgot to delete amber. Oh well. Oh well. No one bet on Nathan that game, so.
Final House is
It actually won the game. Yeah, it sure did.
Somehow actually won that game.
All right, bets are up. I probably won't misclick this time. That was my first misclick, to be fair. It's got to happen, right? But at least I didn't actually.
You had misclicked quite some time ago.
Maybe, a long time ago.
The amber didn't matter in that case.
Yeah.
The totals did not matter.
Okay, what do we got here?
You had played a lot of the proactive stuff.
No, you killed all those Shadows creatures, which are like dumping those on the board and using them is definitely the proactive game plan of that deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much just refunded bets. Yeah. So Elder, I think, is the 5/1.
Yeah, it's the Keyforge deck.
Okay.
One of the Keyforge decks. I think you own the other Keyforge, the one with Doorstep.
Mm-hmm. This is another Unfathomable. 2 Illusions of Grandeur in this one. Sobog's Thingamabob, also pretty good. Matter Maker. Kings and Gross. Matter Maker, but it's only like a couple other.
Yeah, I think you can Under Pressure is like the
first instance in all my games seeing that card play where did something useful. Yeah, there you go. It was 7 cards too, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's not,
I like I said, I was like, I'm playing this knowing that he's going to beat me in the next turn, and then you generated no Amber.
Yeah, I had no Amber Pips in the hand.
You like discarded 2 cards, and like I was like,
it was really bad.
Oh God, Brent.
Oh yes. Hyde-Vellum, Howling Pit, Data Forge. Oh, this is like the draw. This is the Howling Pit with a draw and Data Forge with a draw, and it's got Eureka, Interior Conjecture.
Yeah.
I remember. I'm remembering. 2 Fausts, 2 Reach Advantages.
So
Professor, Keyforge, together. Grain Alliance Council. Selective Preservation. Jeez, this deck is gassed.
Yeah.
It's all gassed up with stuff you want to see in.
It's all caked up.
With the Dark Tidings. The both Elders in the finals. That could be legit. And that deck, I think, is good.
Yeah, I think this was good.
10. 11. 10.
If we were playing Blood Bowl right now, it would be
something's dead.
Breaking a lot of armor and causing a lot of injuries.
I'm looking.
How close is this deck to a Hyper Keeper? I'm gonna mulligan because I think this deck could do better. Yeah, the big issue I'd say with Smithwick is that the deck doesn't have enough creatures so that when you're final analyzing, you're only ever drawing like 1 or 2. And that feels awful, in my opinion.
Exactly. It's always having to play in that defensive position. In the game previous to that, I just discarded it. It felt great. I was totally fine with that. Like, if you final analysis to kill a couple problem creatures, it's fine.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think, like, your opponent has 2 things, and you final analysis, and they draw 2. The chances of you getting hyper punished on the next turn are very bad, are very low. If your opponent, if they're drawing like 5 plus, it's like a free, punctuated equilibrium at that point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's just. Okay. I will start with Bestiary Urso, who's going to shoot himself.
The Shadows will play Shoulder Id and Brend. Your turn.
Alright, I am going to say Star Alliance. I'm going to play Cheetah. I'll play Selective Preservation, 3, 5, and 6. Let's keep that Brend to a minimum there. I'll play Walmart. I am going to Unity or Discord, so I'll draw and then decide. I will use Bestiary Urso to reap. And then I'll put a Universal Translator on Cheetah. Enhanced with it. And it is your turn. I will draw 4.
Say Unfathomable. I'll play Portal and Raise the Tide. I will Bubbles Cheetah on top of your deck. Well, Illusions of Grandeur for Star Alliance. And Illusions of Grandeur for does not choose a house, so Sorry, I guess.
Okay. Say Logos, you gain 6 if I say anything else.
Yep.
Okay. I'll say Saurian, gain 3. I'll play Altruist Rostrum. I am going to Humble Bubbles. Humble Bubbles. I will play Medicus Lacus. I will Reap with Bestiary Urso. And it is your turn. I will draw 3.
Forge.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
Yeah.
Especially that early, right?
Say Shadows. I'll play Jackie Tar and Sea Urchin. Shoulder Able Reap. Your turn.
I am going to say Saurian. I'm going to play Faust. Salt. Urso. I'll play Reach Advantage. I'll get to capture one. Capture onto Medicus Lacus and raise the tide. I'm going to Rostrum onto Sea Urchin. Bestiary Urso is going to beat crap out of that small child. And then Medicus Lacus is going to Reap. And it is your turn. I will draw 2. It's a check with 7. You want this game? You're gonna have to pry it out of the scaly, short arms of these lizards.
I'll say Star Alliance. I'm gonna play Hawkins. Play Gross. Play Hangs.
It's classic.
Yeah, exactly. I will. Take the Tide. 3 chains.
What is a chump move?
I'm gonna Unity or Discord to use Jackie Tar to Reap and shoot the Bestiary. Had to do it.
I think it's a less chump move if you get the Unity or Discord.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it is. Yeah. I think it is a no-brainer if you've got the Unity or Discord there. You get the full value. From
yeah,
Jackie.
I still don't like it, but
yeah, you don't have to. It's just the right move.
Yeah. All right, your turn.
You gonna bark, Eddie? Like a maniac? No, he's not. Why aren't you barking like a maniac?
Wow.
Is this the first time you've behaved?
Maybe the first time in his entire life.
In your entire life? Have you become so desensitized to people walking into the house?
Confused.
You're just gonna go back to sleep?
Didn't care. Jeez. Alright.
I'm shocked, I tell you. Okay, so I'll forge. I will say Saurian. I'm gonna play Paraguardian and Venator Altum. I am going to have Medicus Lacus. Yeah. Medicus Lacus is gonna go fight Comm Officer Kings before I lose that garbage. Faust, I think, just reaps. And it is your turn. I'll draw 2.
I do Forge?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't actually have a way to
alter anything?
Yeah.
Alright. The Shadows.
There's a pretty good card in this deck that I just finally drew.
Play Money Bank, I'll play Shoulder Red. I will Reap with Jackie Tar. We're killing something. Probably Faust. And Shoulder Red will Reap as well. Your turn.
Eureka.
Yeah.
So wondering why I was suffering with efficiency in this deck, and it's because I have drawn Logos, finally. Okay, I will data forge and draw. I will play a non-exploiter. I will play Vellum. And it is your turn. I will say check with 6. I will draw 5.
These decks have no amber controls. That is the this is the thing to do. I'll say shadows. Repo Jack Guitar. I'm gonna blast Walmart. Repo Shoulder Ids. I'll borrow Anomaly Exploiter. Use it on the Lakis. Money Bank will reap. Your turn. Would have liked to use roster and put something on Money Bank to steal, but no way to get amber on stuff. You do Forge.
I am going to say Saurian. I'm gonna play Lapisaurus. I'll play Faust the Great. I'll exalt the Lapisaurus. Venator Altum is gonna. I'm gonna rostrum onto Gross. Venator Altum is gonna fight Gross. Take 1, exalt. I will reap with Paraguardian and exalt Ward. And then that is my turn. I will draw 2.
I'll say Unfathomable. I'm gonna Tidal Wave Lapisaurus. So you get the Tide. I'll Call of the Void to exhaust the Vellum. It's not, it's so worded. Just exhausts.
You don't have the time.
Yep.
Do you want to do that?
It's if it's already exhausted, destroy it. It wasn't already exhausted. So. And Bubbles will reap. Your turn.
Alright. For my next trick, I will say Logos. Play Howling Pit. Draw. I will play Science. And Phase Shift. And Theory or Conjecture. To play the top card. Actually, what's this? No, okay. Theory Conjecture to play the top card. Reach advantage. Okay. So I capture 3. Is that enough? I can together for Lieutenant Kirker and Olgigad. I was trying to find the Keyforge next card. So yeah.
Damn.
I didn't have the logos for the first like 4 turns of that game, right? So you'll notice when I played the logo stuff, I was ahead that game. Like if we were just like independently looking at sections of the game, when I was playing the logos, I was getting very far ahead, and I didn't have the logos until like turn 5 or 6 or something. So can't wait to lose against that deck.
I think Rico definitely got like a very bursty draw.
I think the illusions was
the double illusions is big.
Yeah. I think if you draw them together, wonder if you could save 50k prior to Gen Con. You might be able to. I don't know. Might be able.
What are you at now?
You might be able to win it before Gen Con through betting.
Wait, what?
Way to bomb your bracket winner. Deal with it, nerd.
You have 10k. I don't think you can get 50k.
You just need to double up 3 times.
But don't worry, we can work something out if you don't get to 50k with Storm.
Yeah. We are going to do a fight night before Gen Con. The person who has the say before Gen Con. That'll be the tricky thing, I guess.
Bets. Who won the game? I won the game. I will pick myself as the winner, and I'll make a new bet. Gen Con is exactly 1 month away.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Who's ready to get the Delta variant? Yeah.
Yeah.
Be vaccinated, please. Please.
We'll do some. We plan on at least
hanging out with people that want to hang out.
Yeah, our intention at Gen Con is to give people a shot at the belt while we're there. That is our goal. Our goal is to try to accommodate as much of that as we can while still getting to do Gen Con stuff. So,
were you first?
I think so. I think you rolled a 5, and I think I rolled something much larger.
I don't know that I'm going to play in the official events that are there. I might. With Delta, I'm like more wary of spending a ton of time in a place with a bunch of people. However, Gen Con does have mask requirements. That makes me feel better. Probably a lot of people that are going there, probably a majority of people that are going are vaccinated, so that helps too. That being said, you can still get an infection while being vaccinated, so it's not like an excuse to just breathe all the air you want to breathe.
Yeah. The thing, like, now that I'm vaccinated, I care less what other people's status is. Mm-hmm. I know there's a risk to myself, but it is a much smaller risk than before. So,
and we're not exposing ourselves to people that are.
So I could give a shit at this point. Yeah. If you're not vaccinated, that's on you. You're running the risk. So I'm gonna say Shadows. I'll play shoulder. Do I want a mulligan? I think I want a mulligan.
I think I also, because I have Eureka. I had an Eureka, so I want a mulligan. Planet Comic Con in Kansas. They will vax rate at 40%. Well, the thing is, I think that people 35-minute timer on games with light test. Well, the thing is, we'll also do best 2 out of 3. So,
my hometown is like 30%.
It's like 30. Yeah.
It's actually insane.
I'm not sure what Greenville is. I think Greenville's 50-ish %. Yeah. But I did just go to a wrestling event like 2 weeks ago in Charlotte, so... well, it was 3 weeks ago at this point.
Look, we'll shut down all events for Delta.
I will say that at that 7,000 person wrestling event, we were one of very few people with masks. However, in the last couple weeks of wrestling events, I've seen way more people with masks in the crowd.
Maybe. The rare meatball sighting. She's gone.
Just like
she's
that.
Gone. You got a Sasquatch-esque glimpse.
It was very blurry.
Of meatball there. So there you go. The rare meatball sighting.
This is. You did a thing, yeah. Okay.
It's the same damn hand. Except I'll play Trickle Down.
Eureka! Okay, your turn.
I go for the Gusto. I think I'm going to go for the Gusto. I'm going to play Tabor and Officer's Blaster. It's your turn. I will draw to you.
Fireworks?
Fireworks?
The heck? I'll say Star Alliance. I'll play Kirker. Walmart. Light of the Archons. Trickle is in play. You're right.
I am. I am going to say Unfathomable. I will play Portal. I am going to play Hard Sign-In. Got Under Pressure. I'll play it on Walmart. And then I have this Wrath around, and I actually honestly think maybe I bounce both. Because it just slimes up your hand, so I'll bounce both.
Okay.
And it is your turn. I will call for it.
Does slime away.
Sliming up the hand.
You're not wrong.
Does that deck secretly hate Unfathomable?
Maybe. I'll play Kirker. Walmart. Cheetah. Country is 70% vax rate at the end of July. Feeling good about that. The rest of the state is kind of mucking that up. Yeah. Oh, the county. Okay. That's the case with a lot of areas, I think, in the United States.
Alright, I am going to put my archives in my hand. I'm going to say Unfathomable. I'm going to Portal. I'm going to ride that Portal train as long as I can. I am going to Bubbles Cheetah. I am going to Call of the Void Walmart. And then I am going to Reap with Horrid Sign-In. And say check with 6 and 2.
Play Saurian. Play Faust. Exalt. I'll play Lapisaurus. I'll humble the Tabor. And your turn.
Hit me with the Kendrick Lamar. Tell me to sit down and be humble. I am going to say Unfathomable. I will put my archives in my hand. I'm going to play Portal.
Keeps doing it.
It just keeps happening. I am going to Reap with Bubbles and Hard Sign-In. And I will Maelstrom.
Oh man. How do I win? I just don't know. And I can't draw the Sea Swords, right?
I'll draw, yeah, as long as you can never draw the Sea Swords, I'll be in great shape.
Man, brutality. I'll say logos. I'll pick up the archive. I'll phase shift Faust Exalted. Play Infomorph. Play old Egad. Discard Mind Bullets. Your turn.
I'll forward for 7. I'll say Star Alliance. I'll play Make It So. I actually know the top 3 cards, right? I have a best chance of hitting Unfathomable, so I'll say Unfathomable. Now, it's 50-50 between Unfathomable and Star Alliance.
Just gotta believe.
Star Alliance. Unfathomable. Now, I say Star Alliance again. Dang.
Still the best Megas I've ever had.
I'll play Kirker and Tabor. And I'll drop a chain. It's your turn.
Alright, I'll say Star Alliance. I'll play Walmart and then Selective Preservation. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 3.
Amorphous Toast.
Yep. I'll play Cheetah. Your turn.
Okay, I'll put my archives into my hand and say Unfathomable. I'll play Portal. I will play Horrid Sign-In. I will play Bubbles. I'll put the Faust on top of your deck. And it is your turn. I will draw 3. I'll say check with 6. I think I force you into Saurian here.
Yep, I'll say Saurian. Rostrum. Lapsaurus. Faust. I'll Exalt. Guardian. Your turn. Faust is feeding you amber.
He's like, I'm working my hardest. I'm trying my damnedest.
Not good enough, Faust.
Okay. I am going to say Shadows. I'm going to play Brend to give you 1 so that I can then trickle down.
My god, the combos.
I am going to play Hard Simpson and then Shoulder Id. I am going to Cement Shoes my Hard Simpson to steal 1. And then I think I just borrow that rostrum real quick if you don't mind. And I will move this to here. And I tell you to go ahead.
Okay, I'll say Saurian.
I will draw 5. I'll say check with 10.
I'll play Faust. I will Reap with Paraguardian. Exalt. Play. Do I Exalt actually? Hold on. Hold up. I gotta figure this out. I have to play this Reach advantage for the capture. I can't make you pay 10 cleanly. I do get the Tide. This makes you pay 8 if I play the second Faust, so I think that's probably just fine. I'll play Faust, play Bestiary, shoot Hard Simpson, and steal 1. Unstun a creature. Did not get an amber yet. I will start fighting. Or do we start fighting? Do we just get big? I'll read 3 times. I need amber. Your turn.
The forge for 8?
Yep.
Did you want to exalt?
I did not. Because then you wouldn't forge. And we're right back where we started.
Okay. I am going to say shadows. I am gonna play shoulder id. Play Jackie Tar. I have this Monty Bank, and I actually have to consider
exalting it.
Oh,
because
I've got the rostrum.
Yeah. I don't think you have to exalt it now, though. Like you could wait till the turn where you could use it, like your rostrum and use it.
Yeah,
I still don't think you exalt it because now there's actually amber in play. Like when I played it, I didn't have amber in play.
I'll play shoulder id. I will have Hard Simpson fight that Faust. This shoulder id just has to reap. Then I can trickle down. And Brend, I think, is best to rostrum from Brend onto Volmart, and then Brend will kill Volmart. And it is your turn. I will draw
Forge. I'm gonna say Star Alliance. I'll play Unity or Discord, the draw, to reap with Paraguardian. And I will exalt the Paraguardian. I will play Grand Alliance Council for Saurian, Star Alliance, Logos. These die. Then Shadows. Unfathomable. Kirker play together for Vellum and the Howling Pit. Draw. Your turn.
Put my archives in my hand, and I am going to say Unfathomable. Trickle down. I will portal. I will play hard Sinon. Bubbles is going to kill Faust. I will Illusions of Grandeur for Star Alliance. Anything other than Star Alliance. And turn. I will draw to
The Forge.
Yeah, actually I draw.
Yeah. Say Star Alliance. Play Cease Forge.
My only chance to win there was that you didn't have it. I wonder if I was supposed to say Logos, but it doesn't matter. If you've got the Cease Forge, you've got the Cease Forge. So
play Researcher. Play Universal Translator. I Actually, before I do any of that, I'm fighting Brand. Before we do any of that shit. Alright, I'll reap with the cheetah. To reap with vellum. Have card. For sure.
Brendan DeKirkar. Oh yeah, Brendan DeKirkar would have been a good call. No, you played. When did you play the Kirker? You played the Kirker last turn, right?
Yeah.
The turn before.
The turn before.
Yeah, he played the turn.
You played
before.
Unfathomable that turn.
Yeah.
You could have called Shadows. I guess that would have been like your only thing that you did, right?
Yeah, I like had nothing to do. I had nothing to do with the Bryn though. I could like trickle down was the same, and I would have stolen 3.
And you wouldn't have threatened, right?
Well,
or yes, you would have threatened if you.
If I stole the 3, yeah, I would have threatened. But you would be into the Keyforge anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
We'd be in roughly the same position, I think. Okay, I am going to say. I'm going to say Starlance. I'll play Hawkins for 2. I am going to play Matter Maker. I am going to play Kirker. I'll play Universal Translator on Hawkins. I am going to zap Saurian, Star Alliance, Logos, Unfathomable, so 4. I will shoot Kirker and Vellum for 4. I'm in a Unity or Discord to return Hawkins. I'll play Hawkins, get another 2, and then put a Universal Translator on Kirker. And it is your turn. I will draw.
Saurian.
Keyforge counts down.
Play Laphosaurus.
I draw 1 more for Howling Pit.
Dominicus. Play Reach Advantage. It's tied. Urso will fight Kirker. A Reap with Paraguardian and Exalt. So, your turn. Draw 1, 2. Double draw 1.
I'll lose the Keyforge. I was hoping to get back through because if I could borrow the Keyforge, then I could win, but I couldn't get back through. I felt like borrowing the Rostrum early was good enough, because I could cover some ground with it. I had that board full of shadow stuff that just got walked right into the Grand Alliance Council.
Yeah. I think if you had stopped me there, I had the Data Forge and the Medicus in play with 3 Amber on the board, and I had like Science and ways to make Amber. So
I think my
might be able to get to a Data Forge.
So the thing was, I think my only out was to borrow the Keyforge.
Yeah.
Because as long as the Keyforge is in play, I think this deck cannot win. But I think that borrow does change the algorithm on that.
Yeah.
So
that was a good game though.
Yeah, I was looking for that borrow. I needed the borrow. I couldn't get through the deck fast enough. I had exactly 6 cards in the deck when when you played the Keyforge, and I could play the Star Alliance. I didn't have the burst from the Star Alliance earlier in the game, because I think I could have closed out the game with just a little bit more burst, right?
Yeah, probably. It was looking real rough for a while.
Because I stalled you and slowed you down for about as long as I could, but once you got past it, then yeah. Keyforge. Lose the game at like
14 amber.
It was more than, it was going to be more than that. Whatever turn I took, I was going to have more than that.
Yeah.
Friend may have been the only call. I don't know.
Because it would have stopped that key. I still think I might have been able to get a data forge off.
I think
because then you would have had much less board presence after that.
Correct. Yeah, you would have been. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But then, like, I hadn't seen the data forge, so I knew the data forge was somewhere. Right.
Yeah.
My hope was to like burn fast enough to get back to the borrow, but I was just like a few cards short. If only that make it so had been better.
One card better. 5. Oh, this is a mulligan.
Oh, this is okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is.
The Elder was looking rough for about 70% of these games, and now it's showing out a little bit.
Stupid draw, or the draw order in this set is just so. There's so many like conditional cards. It's stupid.
Okay, I'll say the Star Alliance. I'll play Berker, Gross. We actually get Hanks. And a Universal Translator. Your turn.
Okay, I'll put my archives into my hand and I will say Logos. I will play Science! I will Theory or Conjecture, get 1 for Science, Archive 2. Archive 2 Logos cards, which I think is fine there. I'll Phase Shift and get 1, and play Grand Alliance Council and get 1. I will choose Kings. She has to watch her friends die.
Yeah.
I'll say check with 6, and it's your turn. 2.
Play Unfathomable. I'll play Subog's Thingamabob. I'll play Tidal Wave.
Give me the tide?
Yep, just give you the tide.
Heck yeah.
Play Illusions for Logos. Play Illusions for Star Alliance. That's it.
Okay, I'll say Star Alliance. I'll play Keyforge. Smart guy.
You do Forge first.
Yes, I do. I'll play this is Researcher. And ends your turn. I'll draw 2.
Play Shadows.
Literally neither one of us have seen this card yet.
Play Shoulder Id, play Money Bank, play Shoulder Id, play Brand. Your turn.
Keyforge counts down. I am going to say Saurian. I will play Faust. I won't Exalt here. I'll play Paraguardian. I'll play Bestiary Urso and shoot the Money Bank. I will play Reach Advantage. Capture Icon. I'll capture on Bestiary Urso. Capture 3 onto Paraguardian. Priority target. And it is your turn. I will draw 4.
It's Unfathomable. Play Portal. Take a side. Play Wrath of Ruin to return those to your hand. Play Horde Simon.
Keyforge is gone. Well. Okay. I'm gonna play Caring.
Oh, that card.
Yeah.
I forgot about that card.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep.
One might forget about him, but he's actually insane.
Yep.
So yeah. I'll play Caring. And Reap with Faust, Reap with Mutagenesis Researcher.
You're low tide right now, so you only get.
Oh yeah.
1. Unless you want to do something else.
Start over. Start over is what I want to do. Start. I have like too many options this turn. Between all the cards in my hand, the archive. Trying to figure out how I can play around Brand. I don't know.
Is Brand too powerful?
Not thrilled about this Brand. But I'm not thrilled to let you have just like board. Okay, so I'm gonna Reap with Mutagenesis Researcher. I will play Caring to Reap with Faust. I'm gonna Unity or Discord bounce Caring, and I'll draw a card. I'm gonna play together. One, 2, 3, 4. No. I will put Light of the Archons on Faust first. So, Caring, Unity, Light, 3. Together.
4.
Take 3 chains. think I take 3 chains to raise the tide before I play this. Yeah. Then play together. 4. Play Rostrum to play Mind Bullets.
For 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like super mad I have to let you steal 3 there. I'm like really mad about it. Okay. Now it's your turn. I'll draw 1. Go ahead. Oh, play the carrying, obviously.
Okay.
Who's still left. Okay. Got all of that to keep carrying alive. So.
Alright, well. Play Starlance. Play. Make it so. Say Starlance. Okay.
Shoulder.
Play Tabor and Hawkins. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Saurian. I'll play Bestiary Urso and do a damage to Tabor. I'll play Lapisaurus and Paraguard. Source Paraguard. It's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 3.
Keyforge. Say Shadows. The Shoulder Red, Hard Simpson, Trickle Down. Little Nif. Your turn.
I will say Saurians. I'm going to play Medicus Lacus. I'm going to play Venator Altum. I am going to Reap with the Paraguardian. The Ward. Then I will have Lapisaurus fight Little Nif. Oh, sorry, he's exalted now. Alterous Rostrum to Little Nif, and Bestiary Urso is going to kill. And it's your turn. Drop a chain and draw 2.
Say Starlance. I'll play Mattermaker. Monster's Blaster. Reap. Let Hard Simpson. Fight. Urso. Steal 1. To check with 6.
Okay. I'm going to say Saurian. I am going to humble Hard Simpson. I will play Faust. Will exalt here with Faust. Ostrom onto Hawkins. I am going to take 3 chains for the tide. Lapisaurus is going to fight Hawkins. To Reap with Paraguardian. Ward and Exalt. Reap with Lacus. With Venator. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 2, so you check with
see. Fathomable. You struggle down. All bubbles, the ward, and Maelstrom.
This game.
Dag.
Dax's all the key cheats on the wilding pit. No reach advantage.
Or Elder.
Yeah. I don't think this deck likes playing against Unfathomable because I think Saurians of this set are deadly allergic to Unfathomable. Like, actually deadly allergic to him.
Rip the Elder Dream.
Yeah, I think Elder had a good shot, but I think Rico is not a great matchup for it. I was in trouble. I was in trouble because of the Sobogs.
Yeah.
Because I needed to be able to like Saurian back to back. Because I was still gonna forge, right?
I actually wanted you to forge the prior turn. Like that would have been really good for me had I been able to let you forge the prior turn, because then I could have exhausted all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I could have like spent another turn kind of developing. Bracket dead first day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Stupid Elder, man. I didn't want to start the final bracket by going 1-5, but we talked
about that.
We talked about how it is very likely in this tournament that they're like we're gonna have nights where one of us is gonna go virtually winless. These games were not bad.
Yeah,
like these were good games, so I'm less frustrated about that. I think that last game was like a pretty good example of a game that looked close that wasn't. I do not think that game was close.
I mean, I felt like the game when I was playing Elder was not close until I eventually won. But like it was like 2 or 3 turns that it got the advantage and won. So but before that I was getting destroyed. So I can understand that feeling.
Well, I felt like I started strong, but what happened is I had those really strong Logos turns to start the game with, and then I got stuck in these 2-2-2 loops.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like the efficiency,
and then Maelstrom, and then not Maelstrom, but like Unfathomable Period, just kind of
and so
your dreams. Yeah. All right. Well,
a best of 3. I mean, best of 3 is fine. Like it's one of those where you get a better feeling for how the two decks match up of like when you want to hold things and stuff like that. I think I get way less tilted in best of 3 because
by game 3 you know the key cards.
Yeah,
right?
well, you know the key cards and you think you know which deck is favored.
Thank you, Wizard.
So thank you, Wizard.
Appreciate that.
Because like in that first match, I still think Smithwick is not favored. It just ended up winning those games.
Yeah,
right. Like, yeah, it's no problem. We've been out to sea, as it were, with our Tidings. So,
is this the Evil Twin deck tomorrow? Oh, the last Evil Twin is tomorrow. The last hope of the Evil Twins.
Yeah,
it's a 4-2. I thought it was 5-1 for some reason.
No, I think it barely crawled in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's been like inching its way. It's trying to. You have the Evil Twin going all the way. That's bold.
It is bold.
Evil Twin decks have performed very poorly. So I think any of these decks have a chance to win.
I do too.
I think with
those matchups ended up like the opposite of how we thought they'd go too. So
I think with Elder out, then I think a lot of other decks stand a chance because I think Elder has. I think this like if you were to assemble stuff, you would want Borrow for Keyforge. You would want a lot of stuff to beat the Elder deck. But I think Elder was like a powerful enough deck that it could fight through a lot of that. So yeah.
All right, well, thanks for watching.
We'll be back tomorrow night.
Match 3 and 4.
And we keep your eyes and ears open for news on a fight night, on a pre-Gen Con fight night. Justin and I are cooking something up.
We're brewing
something. This is not final, but what you may witness may be the very first hardcore title matchup. Okay. That is what is being brewed right now. Hardcore title belt match. Okay. So, there you go. Just to tease what we're planning.
Yeah.
So there. All right.
Everyone.
Have a good night.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Later.